And let's just kick the show off like we normally do.
All right. Get in here. We got to start the show. Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas. Actually, coming to you from Gusto's Burgers here in Fort Worth, Texas.
In the heart of Magnolia, Fort Worth,
Near
Texas.
Southside.
Off 8th Avenue.
I feel like I need to put that's Texas music in here, but I didn't bring that computer, so it's we're limited.
That's fine.
We're limited. All right.
We are sitting down with the man behind the burger, the man behind Gusto's, Jonny himself. You want to say hi, man?
Hello, everyone. Hello from Gusto's Burger World.
We're so glad to have you on the show, and we're so glad that you let us come into your establishment and have you on the show.
This is already so amazing. I feel so cool. This is great. This is awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. And sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's get into it. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther. All right.
So awesome. That's so great. God damn it.
I just want to thank you for putting tasty burgers in my mouth.
Thanks for that hot meat.
Thank you for allowing me to put that in your mouth. Thank you.
I mean, there's a lot worse things that could be going into my mouth, but your burgers are phenomenal. So
thank you so much for saying that. Lots of love that goes into them.
How old were you when you decided, you know what, I'd really want to put meat in people's mouths?
Well, I guess an earlier age. It was
burger related or
burger related. Yeah, all burger related.
Of course,
This is a burger conversation.
Yeah.
No, the first time I kind of had the idea, I think I was like 25. I lived. I'm 36 now.
Okay.
But
young man.
Yeah, young man.
We're 37 and 38. We're right there with you.
There we go.
But you are the youngest of the men at the table.
Okay, that makes me feel good. Usually the oldest around here. I lived over here in this neighborhood, right behind us, and there was this like rundown burger bodega that was like always on Allen and Hemphill, and I would always have to drive past it every day. And I saw that place, and it was just like so like kind of like crazy looking, but I just like wanted to rent it out so bad and sell burgers out of it. That's kind of honestly whenever it kind of started.
You're like, I could do this shit.
Yeah, I could do that. Like that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah,
that sounds like so much fun. So, but yeah, I was like around 25 thinking about it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So near Southsidian.
Yeah.
Is that what they call over here? Near Southside? I don't know.
Doubtful.
Maybe Southsider. Maybe.
Southsider?
Maybe.
Okay.
That sounds way better.
That
Maybe
does sound
possibly.
better.
Southsider.
I can't do that. Can I do that?
I don't know.
It's like it's okay. We're here. We're at Gusto's. This is a safe place. It's all right.
Grown ass man.
I'll do it with
what
you,
you
bro.
want.
I'll do it with you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Just be careful where you go, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how long ago did you start making this dream a reality then?
Okay. Yeah. So I told you guys I was like 25, thinking about this spot, this like little burger spot. What was it? 2020. So that was like 4 years ago. Well, let me rewind. Around 2018, I had this like. Awesome rewind. That was amazing.
Was it?
That was not done by a computer. If you did not know, that was done by this guy's
That
mouth.
was not AI.
That was incredible. So 2018, I started this like little marketing, like social media marketing thing, and it was doing well. But it was like my first like real business, and it never really like took off, and especially COVID happened. And it really just like killed it.
Yeah.
So I needed to do something, and like burgers I've always sold. I've always wanted to like do a burger project. So 2020, I just like really jumped into it. I was like 32, around there. And I rented out that little A&A spot, that little spot that I'd always wanted to. Like I went during COVID and went knocking on the doors. And like the kitchen was like $400 a month, like so cheap.
Goddamn.
And so I was just like, okay, like my marketing, like I had like maybe like a grand left, and I was like, okay, like here, some money, like please, like give me like 2 months free rent. And then moved in 2020 and started working on a recipe, and I was open literally 7 days a week, like online and in store, making maybe $100 a day. But like, it was so worth it because I was really honing on the recipe and stuff, and really like kind of like building regulars and what Gusto's was going to be.
So started off in just like a little bodega spot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Started out all you Fort Worth people, the new skate park, the south side. So there's this little spot. It's called A&A Mart, and it's right behind the old 7-Eleven right there. It's really run down, really sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
But that place is so awesome, and it really changed my perspective a lot. Like during 2020, is because like I had an office in 2018, like doing the marketing thing, and like I kind of just had this idea about myself, and then 2020 just like totally ripped that idea out, and then now I'm like making burgers in this run down little gas station trying to like perfect a recipe. It was a very humbling experience and really needed for like the next like 4 years of this journey, I guess.
So like I love to think that everybody has a dream of like cooking or making burgers, food. I know I've had that dream before.
Everyone has a Burger Man dream?
Everyone has a Burger Man. Dude, I mean, obviously, yeah. It's either like a taco truck or like a burger truck. And I watch a lot of food videos online. Like guys in, not you, Tim?
No, I never had a burger idea. No.
Like, have you seen the videos of the guys in England making potatoes with like beans and cheese? Like,
oh, yeah.
I never thought about people eating that kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
people
like
eat it.
once you really go into it, it's just like, man, you can really get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
With any kind of food you're doing.
So, like, you have the idea. You want to make the burgers. You're starting to make the burgers. What else inspired you, like, growing up? Or were you a Bourdain man?
Yeah, so honestly, not really. I grew up working in, like, restaurants and stuff. My parents had a food company. They had a tortilla company when I was a little kid. So I was always around this service industry life. Always around, but always wanting to get out and always being like, okay, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to do this. I've always had a strong passion for marketing and like branding, like since I was a kid. And that's where I really wanted to go. But like I said, like the whole COVID situation really like put me on a different trajectory. And so the thing about like going back and talking about food in my life, I never really sought it out, but it was always in my household. Like my dad, my mom would just like throw down, my aunts would just like cook the best meals, and it really made me or helped me understand like whenever you're cooking, like you're doing it with intention and you're doing it with love because you're about to feed all these awesome people. And that was so ingrained that like it's like, oh, okay, this is natural. Like like literally people love this. Like if I just can just make a burger with a little bit of love. And
there's a lot of love and entertaining in food, right? It's not just how good it tastes; it's the camaraderie that it brings and all that. 100%, kind of shit too, right?
Dude. Yeah.
And it's funny. So going back too, because I think that I could be wrong, but our first interaction with Gusto's was at Dryce, right?
Hotel Dryce.
Yeah, we went to Dryce
for that reason. Well, it was happy hour, but also we wanted to try the burgers.
Yeah, we were meeting up with some friends, and everyone's like, "Where do we want to go?" We're like, we want to go to Gusto's. So Dryce.
Awesome.
Let's go to Dryce.
That's so great. That's so great.
And it was incredible. Like we didn't really know what to expect. We saw lots of stuff. Like I think that to your point with marketing and social media and stuff like that is a huge part of any business, right?
Yeah.
But despite, you could have a shit product and really good social media, even though they looked great, we didn't know what to expect. And man, it was incredible. Yeah. We were just blown away. Like he and I were just, we didn't even talk to anybody else.
No.
We just sat there.
We were like, honestly, the times we talked, we were like, holy shit. Like eating and looking up, like, holy fuck, like it's fucking good. Like it's ridiculous. So,
but the thing about the burgers is that it's also simple enough, right? So you're not getting lost in all this crazy, all the stuff that people are trying to like make this like the biggest burger and doing all this crazy stuff. Like it's a smash burger at heart, right?
Yeah. It's a smash burger. It's not a carnival burger.
Yeah.
There's not like whatever on it. Like I don't even know.
Peanut butter bacon.
Yeah, it's just like it's not
bacon.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Like it's just like what we practice is like just make like if we can make a burger bun like perfect every single time, and that I don't know like that all like will teach us. That will hopefully teach us to like transfer that like focus and intention on our work and things outside of burger life. So that's like really what we focus on. It's just doing like a few things really, really right. Yeah.
It's like
not a carnival.
Like, have you watched Parks and Rec?
A few episodes.
There's an episode where Ron Swanson makes a burger and like they have a burger contest, and one of the guys makes a burger with like ancho chili or whatever, like aioli and like all this like fine little lettuce sprouts, and Ron's like, here's a burger. It's meat.
Between two pieces of bread.
There's ketchup and mustard if you want to put it on there.
That's
and
great.
people are like, this fuck,
so
it's
good.
better than the
Yeah,
other
dude, yeah.
crazy burger.
Yeah, if you do the simple stuff right.
Yeah, and like, it's not hard to make a great product. And like when I taste your burger,
It's not easy.
It's difficult.
I'm looking.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying though.
I'm at the outside looking in, and I'm like, I think like in the 50s how they made burgers, like
They should have just kept it that way.
No, well, I mean, like I have yours, and I'm like, I kind of feel like it's like from yesteryear, and like
Yeah.
you get that nice char, and it's delicious, and then the tots fucking set it off, like it's ridiculous.
It reminds me of now. I don't know if you're going to take offense to this or not, and I'm going to try not to offend you.
It's
Don't
okay.
say anything
It's
about
okay.
Hitler burgers, for the love of God.
No.
It's all right if you offend me. It's okay.
No. Like, I look back kind of like you're talking about, like the burgers of yesteryear, right?
Yeah.
You walk into a bowling alley, and you know, bowling alley burgers or whatever always hit. It seems like it's just kind of like that greasy. It's got
Yeah.
the charred edges and all that stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just one of those things, right?
Yeah.
And the only place you can get them is at a bowling alley, and I don't want to go to a bowling alley to eat all the time.
Yeah.
Because then I'm stuck bowling, which I don't want to do all the time, and then that's how I hurt my shoulder. And so it's this long,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But now-
He's the oldest of us.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
turned 39 this year.
You look good. You look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like aged right now. But what I say all that, it just like I said, it reminds me of that like simple burger. It's going to taste the same every single time. I know what I'm expecting, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
look at it. I see it. I see how it looks. I know my brain already says like this is how it's going to taste. I bite into it. It tastes
Yeah.
like that every single time.
It's amazing because we all, like, growing up in America or, like, being here in America, we all kind of had that experience before of, like, having, like, that incredible greasy, like, just simple burger
Yeah.
at a gas station or bowling alley or whatever. And that is, like, so, like, that is what we want to serve. We want to, like, connect you back with those memories, like, nostalgia. We're, like, that's
Yeah.
why we're serving on paper plates. Maybe we'll do something later, but we really want to, like, help you get back to those feelings.
Yeah.
Like that's so fun. Whenever people say that, because it's like, yes, like there is more attention behind it.
And there's something about like, and we keep talking about simplicity, and it's not a simple burger. I could tell you, I know it's not. Like the meat itself, you just take off a piece, and it's got so much more flavor than your normal burger. The sauce on top, and I want to get into all of that. But there are like simplicities to it, right? That make it feel like what we're talking about.
For sure.
And I think that says a lot about a business to where it's not like you. I feel like there's two different kinds of businesses, right? There's Martin House Brewing that has something new every single week, and that is their shtick, and it fucking kills for them.
For sure.
And you got those places that have been around for 40, 50 years that are just a staple because it is your good, same, maybe not simple, but could be simple, but it is consistent, and it's just like it brings you back. And I feel like this place, first off, is fantastic, but it seems like it's going to be something that brings us back in 5 to 10 years. And it already brings us back to bowling alleys, there's this place in Jacksboro called Herd Burgers, and it's like the most basic ass burger of all time.
Yeah.
You got to pay cash and everything,
Yeah.
and it's like this,
That's
but
what-
less is good. But that's
That's
Yeah, I
what
feel
this
that.
kind of reminds me with
feel
like
that.
the Herd's Burger, the cheeseburger. It's
Yeah.
that just that's
it
what
is
that's
what it is. It's
yeah.
a Ron Swanson thing.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Here, take
Yeah,
it.
it
It's
is
mean
what it is.
cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Except
Like,
for
have
the,
a good time.
Except
Have a
for the
good time.
burger sauce.
Now have a good time.
The burger sauce is where we get a little.
the
we
burger
get a
sauce
little
is
special
where
here,
it got. That's where it gets a little more complex. But even that's so simple. It's like just like a few fresh ingredients. But yeah, the burger sauce was fun developing.
So tell us. So we keep talking about how simple. Tell us why it's not that simple. Like tell us.
Okay,
what sets you
I
apart.
could say, okay, so the number one thing is the actual smashing of the burger, right?
Yeah.
So there's like a scientific, I'm probably gonna like butcher it, but it's something called like the Maillard effect that this like old scientist invented it. That like whenever that heat gets completely transferred to that meat, like there's no dirty, it's not dirty, like the grill's like clean. It goes straight to the meat, then it creates that like that lacy effect and like that crisp to it. So
Okay.
I tried to I rented out the old A&A, and I tried to make a smash burger for like the first like 3 months, and it just never I just couldn't get it hot enough, or I couldn't just figure it out. But so I think some other places around town or around the country, around the area, are serving smash burgers, but they're not 100% a smash burger because it doesn't have like that Maillard effect. So I think I would maybe start there.
When did you perfect that, like on the food truck?
So I thought I perfected it at A&A, and then I thought I perfected it out of the burger van, and then I thought I perfected it out of the food truck, and then we kind of think we maybe have perfected it here, possibly. Yeah. So it's like a work in progress.
It's amazing. It really is. So, and we went. Of course, we mentioned Dryce. I mean, you've done a great job not only with the food, but like the marketing and the relationships and the collaborations that you've had, because you're able to like park out behind Dryce, which is still kind of new and upcoming in itself, right? It was still pretty fresh at that point.
Yeah, it was super fresh.
And then you partnered with our buddy Jason over at Tulips.
With Tulips, which was great.
And then you were there for a short amount of time before you're like, let's take this shit over.
Yeah, golly, that was so nuts. I can't believe it, man. I honestly can't believe it.
How did that happen? Because I know that the Rattler was... So, for those of you in Fort Worth, there is this beautiful building that I have always... I honestly always come up with business concepts in my mind and never do them. And they always end up in this building.
This building's amazing.
This
so
building
cool.
holds a special place for me, because this is actually the place where I took Jesse out on our first date 9 years ago.
Really? That's so awesome.
Whenever it was a bearded lady. Yeah.
I've heard that from a few other couples, and it's so awesome. They're like, we were sitting right here whenever.
We were like right over there. And we actually sat here for 5 hours. It was ridiculous.
What?
Just awesome. Dude, we were drinking and just talking and having a good time.
That's love right there.
Yeah.
That's love.
So first question, like, how did you kind of like progress throughout these collaborations? And two, how'd you come to like hop on this building?
Okay. Let me tackle the first one. So the first one, just like from the beginning, like.
Yeah, like going from like Dryce, how did you get, Jonathan, you're like, hey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also Jonathan.
Yeah,
let's jump in together. And
that was crazy, right? Okay. So with John, that whole situation, I honestly I like kind of quit the burger business for like a second. So we were at the A&A Mart for about like maybe like 6 months, 8 months. And they were doing like some illegal gambling and stuff in there. and then so the forward SWAT team like broke it up. Like, so I was building regulars. I was building like it was like awesome. I was like perfecting the sauce. Like I was like kind of getting there.
Yeah.
And like one day I had like this new person that was this regular that came in and brought her friend, and she was like just like loving the burgers, telling her friend about it, and I was like getting so excited about to make it a burger. And then like 8 forward SWAT members or SWAT team come in with a warrant and like shotguns and like tall like huge dudes, and they were like, everyone, like, stop what you're doing, and like all this stuff. Yeah, nobody move. So I basically kind of just shut that down immediately.
Did you think it was the burgers?
Yeah. I was like, fuck, they're so good. Damn it. Again.
Shut this down.
They thought we had crack in it.
Yeah, they thought we had crack in it.
We really don't, though.
That was like such an awesome, like crazy, awesome experience. Like it was so, I was like sad, but I was also loving it too, because it was such a crazy experience. And like the captain or whatever, the leader of the SWAT team was like saying that he was going to arrest me that day. But I had me and the property owner, we wrote a lease on a piece of paper, and I always carried it with me just in case anything happened. And I pulled it out. I was like, look, I am a different legal entity. And then he was like, okay, listen, we've been watching this place and we've been seeing you here, and if you're going to stay here, then the next time we come, you're going to be arrested. So it's up to you. You can stay here if you want, but next time you're going to be involved with this. What? So I was like, okay, all right, sounds good. So I got all my stuff out, and then I thought the project was over. I was like, fuck, what am I going to do now? Like, God damn it. I can't go rent I can't, it's so hard in the food business to get started out of nothing. And then it was like 3 or 6 months later, I don't even know, like it was already dead I was already trying to think of different business ideas. And then my wife was in LA, and she came back with this awesome t-shirt that was stitched Gustos, and it was like, hey, you talk about Gustos like every day, you need to do your burger project. And so I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. Like, she really helped me see that. And then the very fucking next day, Jonathan reached out, Jonathan Allen, and we're like, hey, like, we heard you got in the food game a while back, like, do you have anything that you would want to do here? Yeah. And it was just like, I was like, yes, actually I do. I have this brand. I want to come talk to you about it. And then we set up a meeting the next day or next week or whatever. And then that was it. He was like, okay, that sounds awesome. Let's do it. Like, I met Jonathan from a long time ago, working with Sarah Castillo at Taco Heads. So I kind of like built a small relationship with him. a little bit of trust, and so he was like, "Yeah, come do your project." So freaking awesome. Again, with like pretty much like no rent, like charging me very little, just helped me kind of get this idea.
You had to get a truck, right?
So yeah, I had to get a truck. So that kind of worked out because the burger stuff had kind of stopped. So what's another thing that sells is tacos. So I had like a little taco truck that I was doing for like weddings during COVID, because weddings were still a thing. Yeah, man, it's honestly crazy. Like the last like 4 years have just been like bouncing around trying to like make it. But I did have that food truck for freaking taco weddings during COVID. And so I just started using that plus my van that I had for like my food business. So yeah, dude, yeah. And then that's how we got connected with Dryce. I'm not sure if I kind of long-winded
love
there.
the story. No, it was perfect.
It was destiny.
It really felt like it.
Everybody has a gift, and in that gift lies their destiny.
Dude, thank you, bro.
The whole time you're telling me this story, though.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, bro.
The entire time you're telling the story, I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, when they got raided, you should have been like, look, just let me make you a burger.
Yeah, I know.
And this will clear everything up. Just let me make you a
I
burger.
want your crack burger, sir.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Drop the spatula. It's like intense.
Drop your weapon.
Drop your spatula.
I remember when that was happening though, because they hit several places right around here.
They hit all of Hemphill.
Yeah,
they hit all of Hemphill. They went. It's crazy that like I was like involved with that, because like I know like that culture like now, and it's like, oh yeah, we all got hit that day. We all got shut down that day. You know, like everyone talks to each other. Everyone comes. Yeah. And so like, oh, you know what else is really cool? Side note is that at A&A is like I learned like convenience store etiquette. Like, you know, like Quick Trip is something else, but like little bodega etiquette is something completely else. And I kind of learned it there. So
what do you mean?
It's just a whole nother world, like a whole nother world. And like little shops like that, it's a whole nother world.
Did you ever go to Quick Sack?
Yeah, I lived around the
right.
block.
It's the same, but Quick Sack is an adult. Have you been there since?
No.
Oh,
and
man.
also, have you ever hung out at Quick Sack for like 12 hours at a day?
No, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely
You like
It's
see
wild.
It's like crazy shit.
Did you ever buy a roll of lotto tickets and scratch them off?
Dude,
right
you
there?
know I was out there with everybody. Just being like, all right, get lucky. Get lucky. Like, I get a DoorDash order, and then I'm like, sweet, I got $5. God damn.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Crazy.
So,
Crazy.
you know, aside from burgers, like, you know, we like knowing or hearing about other business owners' hobbies. What are your hobbies besides, you know, running this successful business?
So I guess I don't know if this is a hobby. This is kind of like a zone out veg type situation, but I watch movies, I watch TV.
Okay.
That puts me in a perfect segue. We're
Tell
going to
me.
stop you right there,
Okay,
and I'm going to
perfect.
I'm going to paint a picture, because we're close to the same age.
Okay.
All right, so remember a time whenever you had TV Guide that was either in the paper or on the
Little
thing. So
magazine,
you probably didn't look through it, and you were flipping through the channels.
Yeah.
And there's only a limited amount of channels, right? So you get to like channel 39 or, you know, what is it, channel
MTV
27,
back
whatever.
In the day, 39 was MTV.
Yeah.
You get to your spot, and you find that one movie, and it doesn't matter where it's at in the movie. You know you're going to stop and you're going to watch that movie for the rest of the time. That's what you're doing at that point.
Oh,
What
yeah.
movie is that?
Ooh, first instinct is Goodfellas.
Oh,
That's the first
Very
thing.
nice.
That's the first
That's
thing.
a first for us. I don't
That's-
think we've had anybody say Goodfellas.
Really?
When I ask that
But it
question.
makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great one.
I love that movie. I love that shit.
The opening scene is what got me. That was what hooked me, because I was just
okay.
like how intense it was with Joe Pesci opening the back and just stabbing.
Still
I'm
alive!
like, what?
Yikes.
Not expecting that at all,
Yikes.
and all of a sudden, and that's how they kick it off. Such a good movie. Good choice. All right,
Thank you.
now
Thank you.
carry on. Movies, TV shows.
So that's really. I mean, fucking. So Sopran. It's like so silly, so stupid. I feel like it's like cliche, but we watch The Sopranos like every day, like all day.
Really?
Yeah, and it really does. Like so I just finished it again, and I went back into like season 1, episode 1, and season 1, episode 1. Literally, it tells everyone's flaws, like all the character flaws, and it literally tells where the story's gonna go. And it just surprises me all the time. So that is like my drama, like veg out, and then like my other side is Arrested Development. Like, I just like Arrested Development. That's just always on in the background, and like that.
There's
I guess
always money in the banana.
There's always
stand.
money.
There's
There's always money in the burger stand. Yeah, there's always money in the burger stand.
Mr.
And
F.
Probably those two things is what I watch most in my life. Yeah. But
what movies have you gotten into recently?
I watched. Speaking of like old Italian like mobster movies or whatever, I watched this one yesterday with Steve Buscemi wrote and directed it. It was like made in '96 or whatever. But it literally has all the old like all the old Soprano actors. I had no idea that it was going to be like this, but it had like all the old actors because like they're all from like Brooklyn, so they're all like doing their thing, making movies together. And so I watched. I forgot what it was called, but Steve Buscemi was like this drunk asshole, like
Trees.
Trees?
Is it Trees or
no? It's Trees Lounge.
Trees Lounge.
Yeah, Trees Lounge.
Such a weird movie.
Yeah. But
I've never heard of it.
Watch it.
It's good.
Just give it a watch.
Yeah, it's like a. I was talking to my wife about it. It's like a indie.
Yeah.
It's like an indie, like I don't know. It's like an indie like not mobster because it's not.
But he's like just a town drunk, kind of hangs out this.
I've never seen it.
It's all right. It's cool. It's okay. But
it's not the best movie.
It's not the best movie in the world. It's really
Y'all
not.
sold it. Done.
Yeah, it's
watch
really not.
it as soon as I get home.
Just watch it. Though.
Honestly, there's some stuff in there that's like, how have I not seen this? Because it's like so iconic. Like Steve Buscemi, just like I don't know. It's cool.
Isn't it weird though that all those movies have the same actors?
Dude, it's yeah.
Like I mean, if you watch Bronx Tale or if you watch Goodfellas, Casino. Or like anything by Scorsese.
Dude, all those dudes. And all those dudes go back to like Joe Pesci. Like he was in like the singing group, like trying to get famous.
Yeah.
With like two other actors that are mob actors. So like that didn't work out for him. So they just went into this like genre that was blowing up. And they made a life for themselves in movies. Like they were in the right place, right time. They were in like the same neighborhood.
100%. It's like Danny DeVito was a hairdresser.
And it's crazy, yeah.
Wow.
All those dudes were like all like, yeah.
Sometimes it's like, why fuck up a good thing? If you've got a good group, it's like you might as well put them in the other,
exactly.
ideas and concepts.
It works. It really does work.
You want to make money again?
Yeah.
You want to see something wild though? Is watching Joe Pesci and seeing like his early work where he's doing all the mob stuff and all that stuff, and then go watch My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
He carries that mob character,
So great.
but then
So
it shows like he's actually really funny too. So.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, love that guy. Love that fucking guy. Love that fucking guy.
So I have a random question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's completely off the cuff, but
7 inches. No.
7
wrong
inches.
question. Wrong question. Wrong episode. 7
Wrong
inches
show.
thick.
Wrong show.
All right. So this weekend we had some really bad weather, and did the weather fuck up the weekend for anyone else?
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
Javier, why did it fuck up for you?
Ooh, no, it felt good.
I was shopping at a Walmart and, just making a day of it. And all of a sudden it just came down and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Everybody looked up at the roof and then we left and it started hailing a little bit. And we're like, son of a bitch. Like, but
You look at it as money though,
I look at it
because
as money.
you're like, I'm going to make some money off of this.
Nice.
so
there you
I work on all that shit. And,
There we go. You're like, cha-ching.
All
right.
Cha-ching.
I think I can one up you.
Okay.
So over the weekend we had So What Music Festival.
Okay.
Which I don't know what kind of music you're into, but if you were ever at Warped Tour at any point, So What is basically what
Dude,
Warped Tour used to be.
Okay, yes. My wife is an emo.
Okay, cool.
Oh, really?
Is a emo.
So
Is an emo.
Is a
She's an
emo.
emo, yeah. She's an elder emo. Awesome.
Yeah, I've heard. She used to go to that.
Yeah,
and she talked
so
about it.
So What literally had like all the music that I grew up listening to from like 2009 in like 2009 to 2012. So we're out there. Saturday was great. Saturday was wonderful. Got to see a lot of bands. It was hot, but it was fantastic. Go Sunday. Number one, I paid $25 to park at Panther Island. Okay. We got there at about 3. The first band we want to see started at 4. Saw the first band. Saw another band. We're waiting for this bigger band that we want to see, and that fucking weather cell blows in.
Yeah.
They shut down the entire concert. Okay, they shut it down. I get it for
Not just concert, festival.
the festival. Yeah, they shut it down for safety. Safety. I get it. I understand that. However, they didn't.
Fuck safety.
Yeah, fuck safety. Number one, that cold air blew through, and it felt so good. It felt so good. We were all feeling it. It was great out there. Number two, they didn't say if they were going to open it back up. The tickets said rain or shine, so I'm like, well, let it rain. We'll continue on. No. They kicked us out, right? It was an hour and 30 minutes later that they allowed people to come back in, and there was only like 2 bands playing, like finishing up the night.
Wow.
I went home because I didn't know. Like, they didn't communicate anything. They were like, we will let you know on social media. Nothing. Radio silent.
Probably a cluster trying to get out of there, too.
They finally let everybody know that they were opening it back up. I was already at home. One of the bands that we wanted to see actually did a pop-up show over at Tulips.
Oh, shit.
Who was it?
It was Seosin. And we were going to go. I wanted to go see them, but we didn't know until after. But then they charged. It was $30. And I'm like, well, I already paid. I paid like $165, $170 for the tickets for 2 days. On top of that, I paid $25 for a parking lot that I only stayed there for like literally 2.5 hours. I just want some money back. Give me $25 back.
The insurance.
Yeah.
You should have bought that festival, emo festival insurance.
I should have bought the emo festival insurance. So that's how it fucked me up.
Do they really?
These days,
a lot of your tickets.
These days.
Everything's got insurance. They're trying to get your money left and right.
I don't know about emo insurance, but
it would have worked.
But they do have concert insurance.
All right, Chad, you brought up the weather, so obviously something.
I'm going to give Johnny a chance.
Okay.
Did the weather fuck you up at all this weekend?
I mean, it probably slowed sales down, but but no, it really didn't fuck me up too much.
Slow sales seems a little fucked up. You know
what I mean? Man, this past last 3 days, so the last 4 days, there's just been so much, and so honestly, I really don't even know kind of what you're talking about. I swear to God, weather. I swear to God, like I really haven't really been like I don't even know. Like was it really that bad? Like I really.
It was bad for like maybe 2
Is it
3
ever?
hours.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I was probably. I don't know what I was doing.
All right.
I was probably fucking drunk.
I was just like, let's sell more burgers.
So the weather fucked me up twice this weekend. So I went out to the Keys with some buddies, and we were gonna go for like fishing and stuff. We left Thursday night. Our flight was delayed 4 hours. Again, this happened in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago.
Right? Did you fly? Did you fly an American?
I flew Spirit.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's what you want. That's what you want to be slowed down.
I flew the best.
Were you stuck on the plane for 4 hours, or were you still?
No, we were just waiting.
Okay, that's
in the
good.
airport.
Thank God.
At least I got to go over to Ampersand and try the coffee there at the airport, so it was nice. I had some time. That was not that big of a deal, right? It was really on the way home. I really got fucked.
It's a little inconvenience on the way there.
A little inconvenience
on the way home.
I got to Fort Lauderdale around midnight, 12:30, something like that. A little inconvenient.
Yeah.
On the way back, we were heading back, and about 20 minutes before we're supposed to land, right? They tell us, "Hey, we're actually going to Houston." And I'm like, "Hey, that's not where I'm fucking going. What are you talking about? We're going to Houston."
Did you get on the wrong plane?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. It's not a Home Alone situation.
No.
All right.
And when we get to Houston, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to wait here a while." We were in Houston for 4 hours before we took off to go to DFW. The whole reason we went to Houston is because they said we had to refuel so they can come around the back end of DFW Airport.
Yikes.
This is one thing. Also, the guy to my left, apparently, when's the last time y'all flew Spirit?
It was a while ago.
It's been a minute.
It's been years for me.
Yeah, I took advantage a while ago.
You can do this thing where you bid on seats that are that haven't been taken. So I was like, you know what? I'll put $50 on that front seat. Let's see what happens.
Feeling lucky.
I got it.
Ooh,
I got it.
nice.
No, this big, like first class. Spirit first class seat in Spirit, right? And the guy on my left has a mask on, shaking uncontrollably. Looks like he's about to die. The girl on my right is so jacked up on wine that she's having an argument with the guy on the plane the entire flight. To one point, like he's just throwing waters at her, like
Trump
literally,
was
like sober up, bitch. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then she's just yelling and taking video and saying, "Fuck Spirit! This is what Spirit does."
Oh.
And then at one point, he got so sick of it.
You were on one of those.
Yes, I was on one of those planes, and she was just like this young mid-20s, just like. She wasn't even a white girl, but she was acting like the most whitest of white girls, right, on this plane.
I've prayed
super entitled
to the heavens to be on a flight like this.
So the guy ends up finally giving her a card. It's like a red card. It's like he gives her a red card playing soccer. And he's like, "Look, I need you to read this, and if you don't comply, there will be an officer with you when you land." And I was like, shit. Still didn't stop her, but she slowed down quite a bit.
Hardcore.
It was rough. I've never been on a flight like that.
So, like, those experiences in life can, like, really deter your whole day or maybe even week, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, sometimes it's like, man, this is so crazy. I would never be able to see this. So it's kind of like, it's like sucks, but also equally, this is so awesome.
That's the primary reason why I go to Waffle House.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
At
like
first
that kind of stuff, yeah.
And then we got diverted, and it was, like, less fun because I've been dealing with these two for the past 2.5 hours, and then we got diverted, and now I'm really stuck with these two for another. It was a 3-hour flight that ended up being 8.5 hours.
Yikes. Yeah,
It was rough. It was rough.
Not
So the weather
efficient.
fucked me up.
You take the cake,
The weather
buddy.
fucked me.
You take the cake on that one.
This episode brought to you by Spirit. That's like their whole shtick. Like,
I love
it's
that
really
you did
cheap,
that.
but it's gonna suck so bad.
I actually
Spirit, get fucked.
Spirit, get fucked.
I have a friend of mine.
$99.
I have a friend of mine who's a pilot for Spirit.
Really?
Randomly, he was a Fort Worth police officer. He gave all that up because he had a dream of being a commercial pilot.
He had a dream of working for Spirit.
Flies for Spirit. But let me tell you, those pilots are so fucking well paid. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
that's great. Good. I've always heard the opposite.
Oh yeah.
I've always heard,
No, he's
That's
paid.
great.
He
That's
is
awesome.
paid well. He lives full time in Tulum.
Oh,
that's awesome.
So he's in Tulum. He splits his time between Tulum and I think Bogota or Medellin, one of the
nice.
two
That's
in Colombia.
badass.
he's probably
And
a
then he
drug
comes.
dealer.
And then he comes.
He's really a drug dealer.
Yeah, what kind of pilot is he?
Yeah, dude, your friend's a drug dealer. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Do you
He
realize?
just goes to Bogota, like
That's why he lives in
Medellin.
Tulum. He's like flies from Medellin to Tulum
Oh
to bring
my God.
coke.
And that's
What's
why
your
he was a
friend's
cop.
name?
He knows how to get away
dude,
with it.
Dude, this guy
Your
is...
friend's a drug dealer.
You literally
You
just
just
fucking...
outs your
you just
fucking
outs
friend.
It is weird though. Like the planes that he's shown me that he flies are not your normal commercial Spirit.
See, dude, your friend's
They
in
say,
trouble. You're in
Spirit,
trouble.
drugs
you
on
just
board.
added your friend.
You
Yeah,
know
you
those.
did.
You know those planes that you island hop from in Hawaii. Those
Yeah,
small. That's
yeah.
more of what he's been flying.
Yeah, it's
so.
drugs, dude.
Yeah, that's drugs. That's
All right.
drugs, baby.
Speaking of drugs, so aside from your glorious restaurant, where else do you like to eat?
The drugs.
Nice segue.
Speaking of
I
drugs.
don't know why I thought about because
Speaking of
remember,
drugs.
I'm sure when people get high, they love coming over here.
Oh, yeah.
Food's a drug, man.
Yeah, so this place sometimes does turn into that, what you just said. People are like, oh, yeah, a little munchie spot, which is always entertaining.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
hell of a munchie
But
spot.
one of my favorites is cocoa shrimp. Man, they just like kill it. I'm so like, what an awesome company.
Yeah.
What an awesome company, awesome people, awesome food. And
Papa John's.
what else? Papa John's. fresh ingredients. I'm trying to think of who else though.
And they're also just good people.
Yeah,
The
great
Cocos.
people. Yeah, exactly. On the street, I really respect Walloons, Chef Paisley.
Yes.
I really like that. That's like I feel like they're killing it at like that level. But other than that, man, I don't know. Been eating a lot of like cheeseburgers and chicken nugs.
I mean, you might as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, might as well.
Now,
Might as well.
You talked about your family always throwing down, like aunts making some of the best food.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
If you were going to add something outside of burgers and you were
So-
going to take back
yeah.
from like something that your mom or aunt or whatever, what is that going to be?
So if I were to completely just like be like, okay, like not thinking about the Gusto's menu, I'm just thinking about Sunday brunch. I'm gonna have like my Aunt B's like red stacked enchiladas with like some fucking eggs, like a perfect over easy egg, over medium eggs on top, and then with on the side like some carne asada, and then some like salsa and some fresh flour tortillas. That is like such like the most like awesome menu, like awesome meal in the world, and
and then what are you drinking with that though?
just fucking drink water. Just drink a little bit of water, and then whenever you're just like so full or whatever, you just like hang out, and then have a nice beer or whatever you want. But man, that meal just all you need is water. All you need is
So,
water.
do you think that would be part of the more here, or do you think you would have to start like a whole other concept? And do
Yeah,
another thing?
so the more thing, so I think with that type of thing, I would have to create a whole nother concept
Yeah.
because we just wouldn't be able to keep up the same quality. Like
Yeah.
we really wouldn't. Like on the weekends, it would probably, I mean, maybe possibly we could do something, but I really think that's a different concept. But I'm happy that you asked about the more stuff. My intention behind that has always been something like I've always like wanted more to be our online presence and be able to sell like Gusto's merch and like Gusto's catering, like and then also maybe make it like a place where other people can sell their stuff because a lot of people have come and just kind of like giving me art and stuff and hopefully that it'll sell. So I feel like we have a lot of eyeballs that maybe would want to look at our like online presence. So I think that is more. I think that's like plus more, and then there's all sorts of fun stuff in there. That's the kind of the idea.
I got you.
That's the idea.
It's a perfect segue because like we were talking earlier and we know the same people. Like we know a lot of the same people here in Fort Worth. So
Yeah.
we're talking about art. we're friends with Guillermo.
Yeah.
We went to high school with him.
Oh, no way. That's awesome. Man.
I'm going to tell you, Guillermo.
That's awesome. I love Guillermo.
We used to get him to do graffiti. Like, he'd graffiti your
shit.
name and stuff and draw it out.
That's so awesome.
Dude, he was always.
Like in high school?
Oh, yeah.
That's so awesome. You guys all went to high school with him?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so badass.
Had so many
Fuck.
classes with him, and he'd be sitting there, and he was always drawing something. Like, always drawing something.
Wow.
And it didn't surprise me seeing him branch out and, like, start doing, like, his art full time. Like,
for sure. Man, if you guys in Fort Worth know about him, like, or if you don't know about him, he's like he's been on it. He's been grinding. Like, he's not taking no for an answer. Like, he is committed to his art and like in making it that way. And I really respect the guy. Really respect anybody that does that. It's really hard to do that.
Oh yeah.
So big ups to G-Man.
But it took a lot for him to like get where he is, because I remember like after high school, like he didn't want to do any of it. He was like working at TCC, that we can get like credits or like work towards school. And then he's like, dude, I mean, I don't got any drive for it. And to see where he is now, like, I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
Like, for the best thing he ever did for me, because I've known him since middle school.
Yeah.
And I was big into Scarface at the time. Like, my JanSport backpack, I think I gave him like $50 to draw a portrait, like everything of Scarface on there. And I wish I still had that. The thing was
way, dude.
The coolest
That's
fucking
awesome,
thing.
dude.
And
You commissioned. That's so awesome.
That's that old school, but
that's so rad.
kind of like that old school, mentality of, doing a hustle, right? Did you have any hustles in
Oh,
school?
dude, I had a lot of hustles.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had a lot of hustles.
You seem like the hustling type.
Dude, I had a few hustles. I had a few G-rated hustles and a few X-rated hustles.
Ooh.
Well, no, not X-rated. No. Let's say rated like PG-13.
Let's get
My man had an OnlyFans. He had an OnlyFans with burgers.
So your G-rated hustles, like what?
So okay, my G-rated, my very first hustle. So my parents had like this tortilla company, right? They had like salsas, all this stuff, So vendors would say like, "Hey, come sell our Mexican candies," and they would give my parents like these boxes of candies. They never sold them, so I would get to raid those boxes. And it's so weird. I can clearly remember. I remember seeing all these chiclets, this huge box, of chiclets, and I remember looking at them and being like, "These are free, these are free." So if I sell these, then I get all that money,
100% profit.
And I think I was maybe kindergarten. I don't know. I was really young.
Dude,
and then
young.
So my dad would take me on the route to go drop off tortillas and chips to Mexican restaurants. He used to deliver to Benito's right here. And so what I would do is I would go in the back door with him at an early age, and I would have my box, and I would go to the dishwasher. I remember going to the dishwashers, the waiters, and being like, "Hey, 5 cents. 10 cents, 5 cents." I remember 5, 10 cents. I would sell little chiclets.
Just the individual.
Just the little individual ones.
Yeah.
I would sell them for 5 cents, something super small. And I would go into every stop with my dad, and I would make maybe $7. But it was yes, so cool.
You were that
dude.
kid when you go across the border into Matamoros or something like that, and you got that kid's chicle?
Yeah,
you were that
dude,
kid.
I really was that kid. I swear to God, I was the chicle, and I had no idea about that. I had no idea until later. I remember seeing someone make a joke about it. I was like, "Fuck."
You're like, wait a second.
That's so accurate. God damn it.
Fucking chicken boy.
So funny, dude. But other than that, I would I remember in middle school I would make bracelets, and I would make
This
t-shirts.
motherfucker.
Yeah, bracelets.
braid them or do those little plastic
the little
keychain things.
Yeah, do all that
Yeah.
little stuff. That was so fun, dude.
I did enough to buy myself a Tamagotchi.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shoot. Ooh,
Yeah.
shoot. That's pretty
That was
badass.
the shit. No big
That's
deal.
pretty badass. If you could save up for a Tamagotchi, back then those were $35 or something.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Way more
that
than
was
I
a
had.
lot of money.
Yeah.
That was how are you gonna save that amount of money?
Right. It was pretty impressive.
So what was the X-rated shit?
Okay, I felt
Wait a
so
second.
I felt so stupid as soon as I said
This
that.
is how we're probably going to end
Yeah.
it, so keep it.
Okay,
make it good.
okay, this is 6th grade Johnny Gusto, 6th grade. Okay, I was walking out of my parents' house, and they had this Japanese maple tree. And if you guys know what that tree looks like, the leaves kind of look like marijuana leaves, like the marijuana leaves that haven't been grown into buds. And I owned fucking like what was it, like Dr. Dre, like that
Chronic
new
2001?
Chronic 2001 or
Where it
whatever.
was on
like
the cover?
that was like on the cover, so I knew what
Yeah.
that looked like, and then I tried to like be a bad boy and stuff. So I took a bunch off my parents' tree and I put them in Ziploc bags, and I sold them to like the bad kids. Or I was kind of a bad kid, you know, like, whatever.
You sold it to the
But
worst
I
kids.
sold it to the kid, like the
Yeah.
whatever, and I made a lot of money. Like it was like for a kid
You seem
doing
impressed
that.
now.
I was like,
I
I
made a
know,
lot
like
of
it's
money.
like I can't believe I did that. Like I can't believe I did that. It was so bad.
What's crazy is
So
that
bad.
that leaf is so poisonous when smoked.
Is it really?
I'm just fucking with
Oh
you.
my god!
You're like,
That
I
scared
killed
me.
a kid.
Murdered a bunch of kids.
X-rated. It's murder. I went hard. It was
There's no statute
Murder
of
a few.
limitations for murder.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So whoever's out there, just hit me up if you want some dry Japanese maple leaves. I'll roll them up.
Johnny's got the hookup.
I got the hookup. Call my parents.
Well, man, we really appreciate you having us
Dude,
here and
this-
coming on and chatting and stuff.
Thank you so much. This is seriously so freaking cool. This is awesome.
Appreciate it.
So
So-
awesome.
So earlier you messaged you had another interview at noon. Who was that other interview?
No, no, it was my calendar got mixed up. It had your guys' name on it, and I woke up and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, is this about to be at noon? And I thought maybe you released it at 8 p.m. So I was like scattering. I was like telling my wife, but I looked
Fuck
at
these guys,
on the
who does
poster.
shit at noon?
Yeah, I looked at the poster and it said live, and I was like, okay, that answers my question. So sorry for message. Yeah,
I
No,
was
you're
like,
good.
This motherfucker, who the fuck is he going to talk to before us?
Yeah.
Have you been on a podcast?
No, this is like the first time. This is so awesome.
Hey, well,
This is so
cheers.
awesome, dude.
I don't have any
we
more.
can get some more beer. We can get some more beer in a
Yeah,
second.
we'll
Cheers in a second.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
seriously, so awesome. Like,
Thanks for coming
so much fun. Like, I was a little nervous about it, but you guys are so awesome, and this was so like easy, calm. Thank you
Stop
so
it.
much. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Whenever you have something new coming on the restaurant, coming on. I shouldn't have said
Yeah,
that.
coming on.
Use your words,
Coming
bro.
on.
Come to
What
the
are you
studio,
thinking
man.
about?
You know. See, man. No,
That's the more.
yeah, we can't wait for you to have you on in the studio. Proper episode.
Dude,
live.
that would be amazing. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Where
Hell
can
yeah,
people
thank you so much.
find your business on social media, website,
Yeah,
plug whatever you need to?
so Gustos is on Instagram, 3 underscores, and then GUSTOS, Gustos.
Nice.
Gustos is short for Me Gustos, by the way.
Which
Which means
For
my
the
likes. My likes.
me like you.
This is my likes.
Well, thanks, Johnny.
Son mis gustos. Not your gustos. Mis gustos.
Me Gustos. Yeah.
Gustos.
Me Gustos. Yeah.
I'm Mexican.
Okay.
We know.
Yeah.
We're well aware.
Yeah, tell us
Fucking
every
Mexican
single time.
samurai. We get it. All right. Well,
it.
thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much.
This is episode 176. I don't even think I said that.
wow.
at the beginning.
176, yeah,
We're making it through
176.
this crazy shit.
Spirit Airlines. Thank you so much. Spirit Airlines.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you want to do so, please make sure you follow us at The Funky Panther on all things social media. Find us at thefunkypanther.com, and you can call, text, leave us a voicemail, 817-677-0408. Stay good, everybody. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
And I'm Tim.
Bye.
And we are
the Funky Panther!
Love it.
That's it. That's the end.
blah blah.
I'm gonna do it.
Fuck out of here.
That was so awesome.
I'm gonna do a little clap.
Oh, good. Let's word it again. Felt good.
So did y'all talk about what's off limits or anything?
Okay, so nothing I can think of.
Okay,
but
because we talk about dicks nonstop. Is that okay with
that's
you?
Okay.
Who do you-
Honestly,
who do
that's
you
really
hate?
Okay. Who do I hate? Ooh, man, who do I hate? God damn it, that's tough. I don't
Tell us
know.
your deepest,
I
darkest
don't know. I don't
secrets.
know who I hate. I mean, there's a bunch of people I hate. I just don't know if I want to say it right now. Right here.
So things are off limits. Okay.
I guess
All
so,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess
the
so.
truth comes out.
The truth is coming out.
He's gonna
Fuck.
say, "You got to tell me if you're a cop because that's entrapment."
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's a good spot right here. Ooh, you get
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Dude, bro.
Make sure it's still recording.
This guy fucking knows what's up.
Will you check, make sure it's recording every now and then?
Yeah, good thing the whole store isn't hearing all the dick talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be bad for business. Or good.
It's great.
Or
in a
it could
bar-
be good.
It's great in a bar, except for like I'm looking over. There's obviously it's a family establishment, which is what
Yeah.
y'all want, right?
Well,
So-
we want not a lot of dick talk at
Right.
the table in America.
Well, we don't have a
maybe in the
speaker.
future. I don't know. Maybe, possibly.
Hey, it's
in the near future, dick talk is
Dick
now
talk is
appropriate.
Now available everywhere.
What is it?
TikTok in the grocery
Ow my
store.
balls. We're gonna all be watching the show Ow My Balls.
Ouch my balls.
That's my balls.
Ouch my, yeah.
Ouch my balls.
Ouch my balls.
Ouch my balls.
So stupid.
Dude,
this is freaking awesome.
We're trending idiocracy. That's what's happening. Is we
Of
have
course, that's what's fucking happening.
we're on that curve right now, and like if you look at it, idiocracy's here, and we are just cresting the hill, and
right
it's going to
there.
be real fast.
You
Yeah.
need to say edging the hill.
We're
Edging the
Edging's
hill.
real hot right now.
We're edging the hill right now.
We are the hill.
When was the first
We are
time you
the
ever edged? Because the first time for me was wild.
What?
Yeah.
Is that the conversation?
That's what we're going to be talking about. That's great. I just came my pants right now. Just thinking about the first time I ever
Johnny
did
doesn't
this.
even know us, and we're just jumping into all this shit.
No, that's okay. That makes it actually a little easier.
I mean, I met the people that he hangs out around with.
We do
Yeah.
know some of your
So-
people.
yeah, so that's the year to get some.
I still think that Milky
sign.
gave me COVID.
Oh,
Like
I'm sure-
100%.
I'm sure Milky gave you a few other things too.
What's up, brother man? There's another dude.
Oh man, JOE's coming here bringing it back to early 2000s with the Suck It.
You sound so incredibly white
yeah.
doing that.
I know.
That
And
sounds
he's
awesome.
bringing it back to the 90s or early 2000s.
I was going with the golf.
Generation X's Suck It.
What is it? The golf talk? You gotta talk. You just talk like that, right?
Golf
Yeah.
talk, sexy golf talk.
Oh, he turned the music off. Oh,
All right.
He's on it. What's his name again?
Which one?
The hat.
Was at
Reddit.
Nickel City. Now works here.
Caden. Well, there's a few.
Caden.
There's Caden.
Yeah, Caden. Yeah.
Okay.
Caden's awesome.
He's been great.
He introduced himself, and we both couldn't remember his name.
What
and
do you need? What do you need? We were also kind of.
I was
what
like,
do we need?
Chet,
Yeah,
Chaz. I couldn't remember. Caden.
Caden. Yeah,
We had the
Chaz.
C right. We did see.
Or
we had the-
K.
Well,
It
it
could
starts
be a
with
K.
K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We
it's
fucked
actually
up.
kind of tough. You
We
can't
fucked
really. It's. I had no idea how to spell it for years, so
Nice.
you're good.
But
That's
now
one
you
of-
write the checks, and you kind of have to, right?
Now we're at the checks, boys. Yeah. Now I
fucking
got
made it.
Yeah, we fucking made it. I got a checkbook and everything.
It's big business right here.
It's big
Adult business.
Adult business. Yeah.
It's like, oh fuck.
What is that? What was the BoJack Horseman, right?
Oh yeah.
And you watched it, right?
never
Have you
seen
watched
it.
BoJack Horseman?
I've seen a few.
Okay, so there's a character in there that's obviously like 2 or 3 kids stacked on top of each other in a trench coat,
Yeah.
and it's like, so what do you do? And he's trying to be adult. We do business. We're business. I'm a
do
businessman. I do business.
I do business.
Yeah.
That sounds
That's
like
you
some
now?
low forte thing. I do business.
I do
I do
business.
I do business. In a big way. I do business.
Do you have a business card now?
It's actually designed.
Yeah?
Haven't been printed.
Okay,
but,
so
it's,
good
It's
because
on the
now
way.
you need to just say instead of whatever your title is, I do business.
I do business.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's all the people need to
Easy.
know.
Or the Zuckerberg route. It's like,
This-
I'm a CEO, bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I can do that.
All right, so we're going to kick it off?
I
or-
feel like we have got a nice little segment
Dude,
to
this is great.
introduce everything. So let's just play a little music here.